nil, but just short of 10 minutes and they should be coming over, but we'll see. I won't hold my breath. Hello, Sonny. We're going to try again. Just increasing the brightness a bit. So hopefully people can see it on the phones. That is up to the south. Is that the moon? It's not even due up yet. Yeah, we'll look out the window. No idea what that is on the bottom of the south cam. Hello, Helen. Hello, Mia. Thanks for coming, everyone. Hopefully I've increased the brightness there. Just having a look at it on my phone. If you're watching on your mobile, turn the brightness of your phone right up as well. Because Android, for some strange reason, always turns it down. Yeah, every time I've looked for them as well, Sonny, they've never bleeding turned up. We'll see. But you're over in 5 minutes. It's the supermoon tonight, Sonny. The last supermoon of the year. And it's the flower moon. Never heard of that before, the bloody flower moon. But, yeah, yet again, last one of the year, which is something they say every single month. But always turns out to be a lie. Oh, sorry, Mia, that's that. I randomly saw them for real a couple of weeks ago. It was eerie. What's that on the west cam? Look out the window. Look at that on the west cam. I don't know what that was. West is bottom right, by the way. Now they should come from the bottom of the west cam upwards, more or less central on the west cam, I'm expecting, and move upwards to the top, and then they should appear on the east cam at the top and move to the bottom of the east cam. I don't know what that was that just flew across on the west cam because there's no aeroplanes. on the aeroplane tracker. Yeah, this is eerie music, isn't it? This is. I'll get on to the next one. I'm getting freaked out. Hiya, Brian, joining us from the City of Angels. I went out last night. I'm in California. Was supposed to be very visible. I wasn't able to see. I've not seen a single one of them, Brian. Not a single bleeding one. California? Is LA in California? I don't know the geography of America very well. I think it was in LA. No, actually, I'm looking at the time on the CCTV. It's showing 23:37, but that's actually 5 minutes fast, so we're still 5 minutes off, I'm afraid, guys. Sorry about that. I'll let you right, fair enough. Everything in America gets reduced to 2 letters. City of Angels. How are you finding lockdown over there? Seems like you've been able to get out and about. That dead body on the beach was funny. Oh my god. I had a similar experience in Spain. They weren't dead, but you know, a couple of people on the beach. Couple of women on the beach it was night time. Everyone was coming out of the clubs. I saw these 2 women going at it on the beach. I thought, lovely, I'll go and watch. So I went over, I said, do you mind if I watch? And the top one turns around and he says, no problem, mate. He was a bloody lad with long hair. I'm like, oh, you're alright. Magaluf. It's a weird thing to do though, isn't it? Go and lie on the beach and cover yourself up with a towel. It was very strange. Yeah, no, Sonny. Right, I'm going off that time now. let me see what time it is on my phone. 22:36, right, till 2 minutes. They should appear at the bottom of the west cam, which is the bottom right hand corner, and move up it. Yeah, the sand gets everywhere, doesn't it? That must be the moon at the south, but according to my sky tracker map, it should still be over east at the moment. And it should be a lot higher than that. It could be something on the lens, reflecting the infrared light back. But it don't matter, because they're not going to appear on the south cam. They apparently went over as well at 9 o'clock tonight. Oh, no, sorry, 10 o'clock tonight. I checked my camera and I didn't see them. Turn that brightness up a bit more because it's not showing that bright on my phone. I keep grabbing the wrong mouse. It's really bright on the screen I'm looking on here, but not on the mobile. The moon was very low last night, was it? There. See how that looks, and it changes on my phone in 8 seconds time when the screen captures it. This music's terrifying, isn't it? What's going on there? Yeah, that's a lot brighter, isn't it? The Exercises music, I think you mean The Exorcist. It's a copyright safe version of it, I'll tell you that much. Funny, we was talking last night, weren't we, Mia? Who remembers the girl from Poltergeist? Who remembers when she died? The little girl out of Poltergeist. And was she filming an episode at the time? Just finished an episode, filming an episode, and which one? Poltergeist 1 or 2 or whatever. When old Elon gets them all up, they'll be unmissable, I should think. Yeah, it'll be a constant bloody stream, according to how many he's saying he's going to put up, won't it? Right, well, they're due. They should be here now. Looking carefully. I didn't know the little girl in yeah, the really tiny girl. The one that goes, "They're here." Was it Marianne, I think her name, or something like that? She died in mysterious circumstances. Now, for me, she died while they were making the second episode But we was talking about it last night, and she actually died after they made the third one. I was surprised. I didn't even know they'd made a third poltergeist. And she died of cardiac arrest. And the older girl that was in it, this was something I never knew, Carol Ann, that was it, Carol Ann. The older girl was murdered by a boyfriend. Third, thank you, Brian. Exactly. I don't remember a third. Mia's actually seen it, but it was one of these late night ones she saw. Hello, Simon. And she actually died after making the third one, but before it was released. For me, she died halfway through making the second one, and they kept her in it, which I thought was pretty sick. Cheers, Simon. Is it scaring you? Simon doesn't like scary music. My mum's going to come and tell me the exact same thing now. Should be a lot lower now. Well, we're past the time. Oh, what's that? They are. There they are on the west cam. Are they moving? No, they're just stars that have just appeared. No. Thought it was these here, but it's not. Or is it? Let me get rid of that writing. Hello, Swadehead. Can you see him going over? Swadehead's not far from me. They should be going over us from west to east now, Swadehead. But as you can see, yet again, they're not. Anything on the east cam? Absolutely nothing. Look at these stars, where they twinkle. It's like they're spinning around. Like Kylie Minogue's got hold of them. Well, I didn't see the ones at 9 o'clock. Or 10 o'clock, whichever. I think it was 10 o'clock, sorry. And I've not seen the ones at 11:38. And yet, this is the Starlink map. There's another one coming in there. But you see, that would be south of me. Mind you, the orbit line they're showing seems to be wrong anyway, but none of these satellite trackers seem to be right at all. Not a single bleeding one of them. Yeah, I didn't bother setting up my other cameras straight ahead. Oh, what's that on the south cam? Is that one of them? I thought I'll look on the CCTV, but I'm not setting up an actual bloody another camera. Right, there's nothing on the aeroplane app, so there's no aeroplanes going over, so I don't know what that is. Because it's not the satellites, because there's only bloody one of them. That should appear on the east cam next. Whatever it is. Apparently, because they're a lot lower, Simon. Hello, Skooks. I can't see it on the east cam anywhere. So it went across the sky south, but never ended up east. It's a bit strange. Oh, no, thought I saw it then. On the north camera, we're supposed to be able to see that comet, even though it broke up. We're still supposed to be able to see that, but can't see Jack on there. Oh, there, what's that? Lots of things moving about in the sky. And there's no planes. Whoa, it's disappeared. What was that? I love watching the sky. You just see stuff moving all the time. If you watch a star for long enough, it'll just move. Yeah, the stars do that a lot. The revolving round. can do is just get them up full screen and cycle through them. You'll see some stars that they look like they're sort of appearing and disappearing, but what that is, in fact, it's because they're not that bright. So sometimes the camera lens picks them up and sometimes it doesn't. So, like with this one here, it's fading in and out. That's just because of the amount of light that the camera is actually managing to pick up. But it's orbiting around, it's spinning. I mean, I don't believe a single bloody thing they tell us about space and everything, but there is something up there. You know, you can see stars. So what are they? What are stars? Little lights. But for the sun to be able to shine just at the right angle so we can see them for so long makes no... Apparently you'll see them because of the light off the full moon tonight as well, Simon. Could be a cloud again. The cloud's back. Hello, Turbo. Well, thank you very much. Hello, Be Happy. Right, we're going to the next cam. I think it's the south. Oh no, it's the north cam. The north. Right, listen, the north is where you'll see the most things happen in the sky. I'll tell you this. Me and MA, I think it was the first time we ever met. And we stood out in my back garden and we was just stargazing. And you'd literally just focus on one star and all of a sudden it'd start moving. You look around the plough, there's something appearing and disappearing there. Again, it could just be that the stars not very bright, so the camera's not quite getting it all the time, but I'm sure I won't be able to see them because they will be under Florida and I'm halfway up the state. I've heard they are hard to see. Well, technically, they're that high up that you should be able to see them. You absolutely should be able to see them. You know, I was watching an aeroplane go over before in the sky, and it was really, really high up. You know, when they go in transatlantic, they go really high up at the height that they can leave chemtrails behind. And I thought, what's that plane? And I couldn't find the plane on the tracker until I looked further afield. And it was a good 100 miles from my position, but I could see it more or less as if it was passing over me. I could tell it was off to the south from me, but the southwest. Southeast from me, but I didn't realise how far it was. But it was a good 100 miles away in a straight line. And it looked... I thought it'd be showing about 10 miles away from me or something like that. So you should be able to see these. It's like if they pass over the UK, we can see them from any part of the UK. You're just looking at slightly different angles. That full moon's bloody shining out the picture in that one, so we'll go on to the west cam. Hello, Tom. No, they didn't come over yet again. We've seen a few stars moving, though, or something moving up there. So there's something moving there, around here. Something going on there. You can see the full flower moon at the bottom. Even though I can't see it with my eye. Oh yeah. That was moving and then stopped. This thing here. Something's just appeared there. Well, yet again, we've been very disappointingly let down. Thanks, Elon. Doing a great job. Flower moon my arse indeed. There's several different trains, Sonny, they call them trains, of satellites. So you have to get the right one. They're passing over all different countries all at the same time. So, but all those, I mean, I've done that find Starlink.com, and I've done all of the apps, and they all give different times. There's loads of websites and apps that give you the times that they'll pass over you when you put your location in. They're all wrong, all of them. When I actually saw them, UK, I thought I was just watching a plane. In about 20 seconds, another one, and they came for about 15 minutes. Now, I did catch that sort of footage a couple of weeks ago now. They were off to the south from me, quite far away, so they just looked like little sperms in the sky. But yeah, that's exactly how they came over. And they weren't as fast. I've seen people showing them and they zoom over. They don't bloody zoom, do they? It's like you say, probably about the speed of a plane. I think they are planes. I think they're just drone things. Space defense, man. It's gotta be. Could be quantum. Although, I don't think it's... You know, they might say that's what it is. Like, you know, Ronald Reagan did the Star Wars project, didn't he? So they had those satellites up ages ago. But I don't think we need to be defended from anything in space. I think they're all put up there just to fool us, just to trick us. Hello, futuristic. Oh, I didn't think you'd give your real name out on the internet, mate, because it comes up, you know, when you send money on PayPal, it comes up with your real name. But I kept it quiet because I didn't think you wanted it out there, but fair enough. Hello, Peter. Good day. Hello, Carla. You managed to see any of these satellites go over, Carla? Now, Carla's a big flat earther. What the hell do you think these things are, Carla? I think they're drones. I think they're just drones that are really, really high up. Halley's Comet. I've seen that, right? I remember seeing that when I was about 8 years old. And they said, you need to go out and watch this because the next time it'll come over will be in 2032. And I did the maths. As they say nowadays, the math. I did the maths and I worked out I'd be an old fucker next time it came over, probably dead. So I made a special effort to go out and watch it, and I saw it go over. It's quite amazing, actually. You could see the tail and everything. And then I watched it again about 10 years later, and I thought, well, they got that wrong, didn't they? And I've seen Halley's Comet now about 3 times in my life, and I should have only seen it once up to now. Hello, P900, cool pics. I'm getting one, by the way. I'm going for it. Are they for 5G? Apparently, they're for broadband internet, not mobile phone stuff. So it depends what you read. I mean, I see different things wrote about them all the time. Some say, oh, it'll help with the mobile broadband and all this bullshit. And then others say, oh, no, it's for 5G. But 5G would work better from ground-based antennas. So I can't see them being for that. Mind you, so would normal. I mean, fucking hell. All the money is spent putting these satellites up into space, sending rockets up, landing them back down, and all that bullshit he does. Would it not have been cheaper for Elon Musk to just go to these countries that he says they'll help, like Africa, and put in fucking internet for them? Wouldn't that have just been easier? And he could have controlled it and taken the money for it as well. Lighted balloons on multiple drones. Yeah, well, there'll be those foil, the foil balloons, won't there? Like the weather balloons, the foil ones. MA's been trying to send a weather balloon up. He bought a load of helium from Asda, which is the UK equivalent to Walmart, and the balloon fell to the ground. The helium was the worst helium ever. So he's been trying to buy helium since, but you can't buy helium at the moment because of coronavirus. Hey, fucking hell. Because of the flu, you're not allowed to buy helium. Isn't that brilliant? Yeah, I know you're a Skywatcher, Carla, and you haven't seen them at all. Well, there you go. There you go. People have seen them, but I haven't. And I look every time that they're due over. They're even due over at things like 5 o'clock in the morning. So I just go over the CCTV. It's dead easy for me. And they don't even show. Like any time, 5 o'clock in the morning when it's light, so that the light would be shining off them, they should be visible. Nah, absolutely shit all. Oh yeah, no worries. Future, I just call you futuristic. In a low orbit. Well, to be honest, be happy. I think it's a high orbit because I think that's probably as high as they get. I consider planes low orbit, and I consider any of these, what they call satellites, high orbit, because they can't get much higher than that. They can't get out into space. I'm absolutely convinced of that. Well, I've set the flat earthers off now. See, I think it's all a simulation, so it doesn't even have a shape to me. It's like when you play The Sims. Whichever square is as a player in it, and we're the players, that suddenly, you know, that's all that exists. But, you know, what do I know? It's certainly not a spinning ball, I know that. And if it is a physical thing, then it has to be flat. That's an interesting thing, actually, Skooks. It changes with shifts. I think it does, right? Because, I mean, I don't ever think it's a spinning ball, but I mean, you know, we've seen the countries move. Now, the only way we know where countries are from maps that are made by people that we don't trust. So, how reliable maps are is another thing altogether, isn't it? But I remember Flat Earth being absolutely huge to the point where more people were Flat Earth than were Globe. And this was shortly before I knew about the Mandela effect. I was heavily into it. Everybody was. And if you walk around and told somebody the Earth was flat, they were like, yeah, probably is. Or, yeah, I know it is. Or, you know, like, it was a positive response. And then all of a sudden, we had a bloody shift, and he was in the minority again. Maybe that's why they shift us. No, not on the super chats, Peter. On the PayPal. When you send it on PayPal, it gives your real name. My instincts felt like they were spying on me. Well, that's what I think they're for. You know, I mean, all right, maybe they do provide some internet service. Maybe they will, but you know they've got cameras on. You know they've got cameras on. They're not going to send all these bloody things up. Whoa, what's that on the North Cam? Right, that's an aeroplane going over. That is an aeroplane. I can tell by the way the lights on the wings are flashing. But again, there's nothing on the aeroplane app. That's the same one on the east. It's moved to the east cam. So there's aeroplanes up there now that aren't supposed to be there. There you go. And if you're wondering if it's leaving a chemtrail, it's not, because you would see it on the infrared. That's the beauty of infrared. You can see them chemtrailing at night. The skies have been so clear lately. It's beautiful. We had a blue sky today. I mean, my mum went and sat out in the garden. It was absolutely lovely. And even if they're internet, they're going to be spying on us, aren't they? Because we're spied on through the internet. They're trying to make us, and they've rolled it out in all countries at once, of course. I know Peter got a text message the other day asking him to install the tracker app of the government, the COVID-19 tracker. And they're trying to get everybody to install this now. And this is going to be a big thing, this, because you're not going to be able to go into a shop and buy stuff unless you have this app installed and you can show them that you're clean. You're not infected. Now, it's a bit of a shitter, this app, because like a lot of people still don't have mobile phones. My mum doesn't have one. So she'll not be allowed in shops. I mean, she's not anyway with the shoplifting charges she's had, but, you know, even the ones she's still allowed in, she'll not be allowed, you know, to go in the shops. Because she won't have an app. Because she's not got a bloody phone. Why would satellites have lights? Now, they don't, apparently. I asked the same question. I am Love, I am Light. I asked the exact same question. Why have these bloody things got lights on them? But I looked into it, and they're not. It's the light of the sun and the moon reflecting back off it. That's why you can only see them sometimes, apparently. Oh yeah, MA's bloody... It's not the first time that's happened to us. Yeah, Tom, it's getting very, very busy. The last few days when I've been out, the traffic is getting back to normal levels. This is why on Sunday they're going to announce that they're lifting parts of the lockdown, and it's to save face. A lot of people have had enough now, and they're just going, oh, fuck it, I'm going out. I'm going and doing whatever I need to do. I'm going to see friends. I'm going to see family. Because they've had enough of this. It's gone on for 2 months now. And, you know, they said, oh, well, people had stopped catching it after 2 weeks if you just self-isolate. Well, all right, you could say, well, all right, we'll give it 4 weeks then. Well, after 8 weeks, it's made no difference. They've still fudged the figures. I mean, they've fudged the figures wrong. This is the trouble. They've fudged the figures too high. They've shot themselves in the foot. So they're going to lift a lot of lockdown on Sunday. They'll announce it, but it'll be from Monday that the actual restrictions will be lifted. And they're going to let certain businesses open up again, but insist on social distancing, even though that's been proved not to do anything. And I reckon we'll have about 2 weeks before lockdown is brought back in again, because they'll fudge the figures yet again. And all of a sudden it'll be, oh, look, there's thousands dying again of it. And, you know, somebody will fall off a ladder, break their leg. Oh, shit, he's died of coronavirus. Well, they'll do that. They'll lift it all, and then they'll lock it down again. And this time, they'll be more harsh with the enforcement. But it'll go on again for another couple of months. They'll lift it again, and they'll do this. I predict that they're going to put us in lockdown again and lift it again twice. And then after the second one, conveniently, the vaccine will be ready, and they'll say, well, all right, well, because you all didn't abide by social distancing and you all didn't download the app, we'll have to give you all the vaccine now. And in that coronavirus bill, this is in the UK, the army or any other people can come and force vaccinate you. It's in the bill. Happy birthday, Mia. There's a nice birthday message for you, innit? Enjoy your vaccine. Call me whatever you want. Don't call me after 10 p.m. I knew bloody Scoots would have to get in her birthday there. A belated happy birthday to Scoots as well. Mine was April the 13th. So if we can get some birthday messages out to me as well. Hello, FPV Angel. Yep, I've seen the Flat Earth model of the seasons, and it absolutely makes sense. It was that I saw first when I first got into Flat Earth, with Eric Dubai. Oh, there's something moving on the south cam. No, not an aeroplane, because it's not got the flashing lights. You saw what an aeroplane going over looks like. You see the flashing lights on the wings. And it makes a lot of sense. It makes more sense than the Earth tilting. I love that. You know, oh yeah, the axis tilts, so that's why you get the seasons and all this, like absolute bullshit. Jesus Christ, the Earth tilted, you'd know about it. Hello, Boom Boom. Once upon a time, I didn't even know the Earth was flat. Then I shifted. Then it was all over the place. Yeah, it went absolutely everywhere. And then all of a sudden, it went back to the minority again. Hello, Jason. Yeah, because when you think how high that is, it is too fast for an aeroplane. Although that was from before, actually. It's from quite a while ago. So you was talking about the actual plane that went over. But that one that's just gone over, that was going too fast for a plane. For the height it would have been. Does it show private planes? Yes, it does, Helen. It shows any planes that are up and helicopters. It even shows the ground vehicles at the airport and everything. It's quite amazing, actually. Which cams are you using? They're cheap Chinese cameras, but they're actually pretty good. As long as you buy decent cables for them. But they're Florian. And Florian spelt the way I used to spell floor, like in fluoride. It's now spelled the other way round now. There's another Mandela effect, the spelling of fluoride. But these are spelled Floure. I think it's EEN. I've not got anything in front of me to reference. Yes, I have. I've got a camera here. I've got a spare camera. Floreon, Florian. And they're pretty cheap, actually. I got the base station and 4 cameras. The base station was, I think, about £160. Didn't have an hard drive in it, but I've got loads of hard drives, so that wasn't an issue. And the cameras, I think, were about £40 each. So altogether, I spent about £400, including the cables. I bought cheap cables at first, and the quality was shit. You've got to buy decent cables if you're having CCTV. And the way you check if they're decent or not, it's got to be solid copper wire in it. Because they're selling all this shit with aluminium in it now and all sorts. Fucking bollocks. Yeah, I won't be getting the app. If we get the app, Elon will be watching us while we sleep. They already are, aren't they? They're already bloody watching us while we're asleep, Carla, but... yeah, it just gives them yet more access. And permission. It gives them permission. You see, at the moment, all the tracking they're doing is illegal. Because they don't have our permission. But I mean, Google tracks absolutely everywhere you go. I come home and it says, I'm not sure where you were between 2 o'clock and 2:30. Was you at Morrison's or Asda? I'm like, fucking hell, what do you need to know for, you nosy bastards? I'll tell you what else the app does, FPV Angel. It'll identify drug dealers in no time at all. Because they'll see people regularly going, loads of different people regularly going to one person, and they'll be like, right, drug dealer. So, not going to be good. Yeah, the dog DNA. I'm not a big David Icke fan myself, Helen. I think he tells a lot of truths, but he mixes it in with all sorts. I've seen him live, and he peddles the same stuff again and again and again, which is fine. Obviously, the message needs to go out, but I just think he's controlled opposition. He's an ex-BBC employee. Even after he left the BBC and announced he was Jesus, he ended up on Terry Wogan, the biggest show of the time, and got an interview. Now, yeah, they humiliated him on there, but my God, it actually did him a lot of favours, and he got famous from that, from the Terry Wogan interview. So I feel he's employed opposition to the government, but he's playing his part, and he puts out some truth, but I don't believe everything he says. But what you have to do with these people is take their information and do your own research, you know what I mean? And that is the way you should approach it with everybody. Don't trust anybody. Hear what they're saying and then check it out for yourself, because everything they say you should be able to check. Oh, Carla's broke the supper, so she's going to go and fix it. Thanks for coming in, Carla. Nice to see you. P900, dog's going to bed. No problem. Thanks for coming in. I'm going to be getting off myself shortly. Right, we're up to the point where I asked for happy birthdays. Boom, boom. Nope, not wishing you happy birthday, Scott. If you open another browser page, you can interact live with the chat. You're replying to message posts. Yeah, well, I'm just catching up, FPV. I'm not. I'm always behind on chat, don't worry. I'm looking at it live on the phone. I'm actually watching the stream on the phone so I can see what you're seeing. Bluebeard, hello mate, how are you? Bluebeard woke me up to the Mandela effect. I'm doing good, mate, how are you? No, Brian, they never showed, mate. Yeah, oh yeah, we're on the floor right there. Absolutely. Oh, you are. I'm sorry to hear you crook, Blue. I hope you get better soon, mate. The 400's bound. Right, well, this is the thing though, Peter. When I look at things, prices, I'll look at something in the USA, right? Because every channel who reviews stuff, you only get promoted American fucking stuff. You know what I mean? You don't get promoted British channels, even though you're in Britain. So all the reviews of products I watch are from America, and they'll say, oh, this is $60. Now, if I was to buy that, at $60, that would be like £40 for me. So I look up the price in England, and it's not £40, it's £60. And if you look it up in Australia, it'll be 60 Australian dollars. So they just put the same price everywhere, but change the currency symbol in front. And we've seen all the currency symbols change, of course. Starlink 5 you need to track, Scott. They're closer together. Won't be seen over here for a day or so. Right, I'll do that. Thank you, FPV. Oh God, how did he get in? Hello, MA. I was just telling everybody about your balloon failure. Yeah, FPV, I'll be honest with you. I'd try and buy something better than this system that I've got, but well, it does the job, doesn't it? It does do the job. You can set the options as well. Now, this isn't something you can do on all CCTV. You can actually set whether it goes to infrared mode at night or not. I could have this on full colour now all night and the lights not come on. Also, what I've had to do, because I'm filming the sky, the lights point upwards, so all the insects come flying around. Well, you'll notice you've not seen a single bug on the cameras tonight at all, because I've put black tape over the infrared lights. I've blocked them out with black electrical tape. Yeah, Brian, Ike is shilling with London Real. Brian wrote, yeah, it absolutely. And fucking London Real is yet another fucking, oh god, oh, they wind me up. That London Real, and I had to go over there to watch the David Icke interview. Very clever what they did, pretending it got deleted off YouTube. It didn't. The story was that the BBC had it deleted off YouTube. The BBC would not have been able to have it deleted off YouTube. The whole thing was a fucking hoax. They took the video down themselves and made a you know, a story about it, like, oh yeah, it's been banned, this interview, because everybody wants to see a banned interview. I only had to watch it because everyone was fucking going on about it, and I thought, well, I'll go and see what he's got to say. And fuck me, somehow I got put on London Real's fucking mailing list. Absolute shills, a lot of them. They've got that one interview with David Icke where they're saying that COVID-19's bullshit. But then every single other thing on that channel is, oh, this virus, you know, they've handled it wrong and all this lot and blah, blah, blah. It's all real and all this lot. It's fucking, oh, it's the worst. I guess Scott likes behinds. Not so much anymore, boom, boom. Yeah, Bluebeard was the first for you as well, was he, Peter? And I was already subscribed to Bluebeard. He was on looking at like the North Pole and the South Pole when we had them, and he used to show the entrances into Hollow Earth, which is another thing. I've been on several different types of Earths, round ones, fucking flat ones, hollow ones. I've seen holes going into Hollow Earth, which aren't there now and have never been there now. So when we shift, we go to different shaped planets. But I don't think we're ever on a spinning ball because we'd fly off. The only way we could be on a spinning ball is if we're inside it, because then you would get pushed out to the edge in an effect like gravity. Can you switch to wide angle? It actually records in a very narrow view, and then you can widen it out by just putting fit to aspect ratio. But it doesn't go widescreen. It doesn't go wide angle. It's just it's quite a wide angle. I think it. It might say on the camera what the degrees are. No, it doesn't. I can't remember what they are now, but it does something like, I think it's a 180 degree view you're looking at with it. It squashes it up. Like I say, it's not the best quality system, but it does. Hello, Jason. Jason Magar's done some good videos going around the Amazon distribution centres. And they're empty. They're absolutely empty. And I'll tell you a story about Amazon. I ordered something off Amazon. It was wires. I ordered some new cables for the CCTV. Good quality ones. And when I ordered them, It had a list on, like a note on the page on Amazon saying, due to COVID-19 delays, there's delays in deliveries and all this lot. So, and it tried to charge me for delivery, but because it was over £20, you can choose the free delivery option. So I'm a tight bastard. I chose the free delivery option. And it said, you'll be waiting until the 6th of May for this to be delivered, which would be today. And this was 2 weeks ago. It came the next day. That's how busy Amazon are. It came the next day. And that's not Prime. That's not paying for special delivery. Oh, I know, Brian. That bloody video of Brian Rose in the park with his top off. Jesus Christ. Wendy's have run out of burgers, haven't they, Jason? Got crazy McDonald's and also Wendy's stores. I saw a story today. Wednesdays. Fuck me, I can't speak. Wendy's stores have all run out of beef, and we're not getting that problem over here. But then all the fucking McDonald's are shut here. They've opened up a few, but they're only for delivery now. But they're all around London, so. Now I've got to say, Tom, Ben Fellows. Oh fuck me! I was totally sucked in by that fella. Hey, I was totally sucked in by him. Him and oh Jesus, what's the Cockney arsehole called from Pie and Mash films? I can't think of his name. Jesus Christ, I should know that. Bill Malone, and yeah, I was totally taken in by that. But Bill Maloney and what's his face, Ben Fellows, both shills. And what is Ben Fellows? A BBC employee. There's always a clue there. Somebody works for the BBC or did work for the BBC. Don't trust them. They are. UK Gadget Man's had the same. He bought a pair of gloves off Amazon and they arrived next day, even though it said it'd be 5 working days. Check out Stonehenge. Oh, right, MA, I will, mate, I will. Oh, Love and Light. I'm on the Isle of Wight. Yeah, oh, Jesus, they're testing the app out there, aren't they? I don't even have a smartphone, so I'm screwed. Well, all you have to do is tell them that and say I don't have a smartphone. And if you want me to have this app, then you're going to have to buy me an iPhone 10. And then when they give you the iPhone 10, flog it on eBay. They do give me a BJ. Bloody hell, Peter's showing off. Australian Macca's still open. Well, most of them. I miss food poisoning. 2 to 4 weeks before COVID shut down back in February, they reduced their menus 50%, and many items come even more prepared. Lab product. Well, you see, there was talks, weren't there, Jason, about they were going to do lab meat in McDonald's and all this lot, and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. I think we're there, because me and MA have said this so many times. How the hell can they produce enough meat for everybody that eats meat to eat it? You think about the sheer quantity of beef that's eaten every day. In McDonald's alone, there aren't enough cows in fields. And then, you know, you set McDonald's aside, you've got all the private restaurants, the pubs, the homes. Everybody's got meat in the home. There's no way they could produce the amount of meat that we're using. Absolutely no way in the world. I play this little computer game, Banished, and I get to 2,000 people and I can't produce enough food to feed them all. They all start dying of starvation, which I let them do because then it makes the game playable again. Great Amazon story. Yes, they try to scare you to pay for 1 to 2 day delivery. Wait, but do you know what, Jason? I always choose the free option, and I usually do have to wait. They usually do make me wait. So I was absolutely shocked that during a worldwide pandemic, they managed to get it here the next day, even quicker than normal. Are you using a LAN connection to your router or accessing with a browser? It's actually a direct feed through a video capture card into the computer that you're seeing here. You're seeing the console screen, which is why that mouse there is the mouse on the actual console. All the icons have gone strange. So like if I click that now, you can see the main console menu. So it's a HDMI cable from the box into a capture card and into my computer. It is on LAN as well. I'm watching the LAN feed on my mobile phone. The LAN connection's really good actually. The phone's obviously on Wi-Fi, but it's LAN connection to the router through plug sockets, like, you know, the power line plug sockets. The stream feed is okay. You can actually change the settings as well for the stream encoding. So you can have this is the low level, because you can have low level and high level and audio and video coming out or whatever. You can change your frame rate to 12, what bit rate it comes through at, and you can have a low rate stream. So if you're watching it on your mobile rather than direct on a screen, you can lower the quality a little bit just to make it a bit smoother. But yeah, the actual screen we're looking at is the direct feed in from the camera, from the console. Skookum likes a roast sometimes. That's fair enough. You know, each to our own, Skookum. It's fair play to you. Means something very different over here. Chicken fingers, Jason. Chicken fingers? Jesus Christ, we've had a shift. Chickens never used to have fingers. I did see the 2012 Olympic ceremony online a long time ago. The logo's changed for me though now. The way it still says Zion, you can still make Zion out in the logo, but it was the most Zionist thing I've ever seen. But the whole thing's changed now. That's another effect. That. Hello, Hedden. Yeah, we've had a couple of good captures tonight. I've not been looking at the screen for the last half hour, so We've probably missed a few aliens going over. Yep, you get the HDMI cable with it. I know, yeah, chicken feet. Ugh. Who'd eat that? Who'd eat that? No wonder we catch all these bloody diseases off them, is it? Right, guys, I'm going to get up because, Christ, I was only coming on for 10 minutes while the satellites went over, but as usual, fuck all came over. But thanks for joining me, everyone. And if these are due over again, I think they're due over again tomorrow. So we'll have another look out for them. I'll have it all set up live, and we'll see if they come over tomorrow. So thanks again, everyone, for joining me, and I'll see you all, hopefully, next time as well.
I'll leave you with poltergeist music.